Hello and welcome back, and ERLC have just released a insane update, so let's check it out. Here on the dev forums you can see we have a lot included in this update with many long awaited updates. And look at this, we finally have a courthouse, a new SWAT truck, some new fire engines, new vehicles, all sorts of very cool stuff. Honestly, I think this is one of the best and definitely one of the biggest updates of the year so far. There is so much to check out in this update, so let's get right into it. And starting off, we finally have a courthouse in ERLC. Finally, it is here, Liberty County Courthouse, and my gosh, we have waited a while for this, but it is here. Look at this. This is insane and it looks incredible. This whole building has been turned into a courthouse, and look at this. When we enter, we even have some security metal detectors over here, which is very cool. And if we walk through this, we have a gun on us, so it actually sends a alert over there. And I don't know where my gun's gone, but clearly we have something, a ammo box in our inventory, which beeps when we go through the scanner, which is a pretty cool thing and a cool thing you can roleplay with inside the courthouse. But if you turn your eyes, look at this massive grand entrance we have here to the courthouse. This is absolutely insane. There is so much room here and the level of detail is absolutely crazy. Probably one of the most detailed buildings we now have inside of the game. I think we should start here at the front desk. As you can see, we've got this massive sign at the entrance here, the front desk, the Liberty County Court Services. So we can come in the front office and look at this. You can sit over here, monitor everyone coming into the courthouse. And yeah, this is very cool. Loads of detail in here, as there is in every office in here. We've got another office in here. We've got images scattered all over the place, boards, desks everywhere, which is very cool. Incredible views from all directions of the courthouse. Coming to another office, same office, just being duplicated. Another nice image over there, very cool. Then coming down the corridor, we have yet another office, yet another image, and another cool office in here to roleplay with. And we even have another entrance over here with yet another metal detector. And this is nice entrance over by the side of the courthouse, which is very cool. And if you come out there, you can't currently go through that door, so we'll run back over here and check out what's over here. So if you come down that corridor just before, you can see more Bloxy cola machines and this grand entrance once again. But coming down here, front office, already checked that out, but we have a clerk's office, so public assistants. Look at this is so cool. The level of detail in this building is insane. Like, look at this, Liberty County Clerk's office. This is cool. Then if we come back out and into here, we have a court offices. Wow, look at these screens and these boards. Liberty County Court offices. This is cool. I like this. The monitors, the desks. This is nice. Got drinks machines and a lovely officer over here. Incredible. Okay, I think we should go check out the courthouse now. So I believe it's up the stairs over here, if we can actually get up. Yes, up the stairs. Look at this. This whole building has been taken and built into a courtroom. And yes, the courtroom is here. Look at this, the detail in here. I was not expecting this at all. This is absolutely crazy. We have a massive courthouse inside of the game, and look at this. You have a judge chamber back here, some judge offices, amazing views out into River City, and you can join the judge shop. So you don't need any job points, but this job does cost 400 Robux for the premium job game pass. Now, I do think and I do hope more jobs will be added to this as time progresses, but for now, we're just going to purchase this, and there we go. We can now become a judge. So if we start the job there, got it, we'll grab our uniform, very nice, and we get a gavel, which is very nice. Look in here. If we come around here, we have a nice area over here behind the courtroom where you can chill out, talk about the court case. Very nice open area once again. Okay, here we go. We're waiting for players now, and everyone in the server gets a notification and they can join the jury over there. But here we go. The court is about to go in session. As you can see, we got the screens that light up, which is pretty cool. The defendant gets a plea, his innocence. There we go. Now the jury over there will vote. Now the judge votes. We'll vote him guilty there. The verdict is now guilty. We can either reduce his sentence, increase his sentence, or stay the same. We'll increase his sentence for today. We're being a bit harsh. But there we go. The final verdict, nearly 6 minutes in jail, and off the criminal goes all the way back to the county jail. That is a cool feature, which is very cool to see in game. Of course, you have the jury over here, and when you're on civilian, you can join the jury. Then heading through here, look at this, we have a jury room round here where they can deliberate. Then coming back through here, we have the same corridor, and if we run down here, we have a few more rooms. We have a boardroom, and look at this. This is a fully empty room. This is very cool. You could do a variety of different things in here. You have loads of space where you can host a whole range of activities, which is very cool. And it's great to see that they've not only added just the courthouse, and they've added all these different rooms with so much detail, which is incredible to see in a game. And look at this, so many role plays you could do in here. But coming out the exit, you can see we find ourselves back at the entrance, and with the courthouse we actually have some new settings. So if you come to your server settings, you can come down here to restricted weapon zones, so you can disable this, and basically when you go into the courthouse, the weapon would be prohibited, but if you disable this, you can take weapons into the courthouse, which is pretty cool. And the game court system, you can either enable or disable this, and this will basically decide whether criminals can go to court or not. So some cool settings with the new courthouse. Heading over to the fire department, we should probably get out of our suit, but we have a brand new fire vehicle. The volunteer fire engine has been remodeled, the red line fire engine, and look at this. This looks insane, and you can actually customize this, which is very cool. One of the first fire engines to receive major customization inside of the game. So if we come over, we can add a mini light bar, a full light bar, or rotary light bar. That is very cool. I know private servers will like that a lot. We even have a hose net here. This is cool. The level of detail on here. A large mud flap. These are at the back here, as you can see. Siren speakers. That is cool. Down there. AC unit up the top. Tow hooks at the front. That's very nice. And a hose cover over here at the back. That is very cool. As you can see, we have a hose intake at the front here. We have a bell, which people have been asking for. We finally have that inside the game. You can change the bumpers at the front from a streamline bumper to a standard and a storage. I'm not sure the difference on these. Very minimal, but we'll go with the storage one. We have small rotary bars at the side here and some side LEDs, which I guess are cool. A Federal Q bumper, some different versions here, which is pretty cool. And black's chrome or chrome. Oh, that is clean. That is clean. Okay, but yeah, you can customize your fire engine, and look at this. This is very cool. And yes, we now have interiors to at least this fire engine, which is very cool indeed. The level of detail on this new fire engine is crazy. So if we hop in the back here, you can see the detail on the side is crazy. But if we hop in the passenger, now it isn't the most detailed back here in the passenger seats. I would like to see some more detail back here, but I think the exterior of the vehicle makes up for it. Look at the detail. This is incredible. This is going to be great for the game. And look at this, the interior. at the front is very nice. And look at this. You can now have interiors to at least this fire engine. And over there, the courthouse is on fire. So someone might want to go over there, rescue our beloved courthouse. But yes, very nice. Brand new fire engine inside of the game. And then coming over to the police department, we have a brand new, remodeled, updated SWAT truck. And look at that, you can kind of see the suspension under the vehicle. The detail on the tires and the whole vehicle is absolutely insane. And yes, we now have a interior to the SWAT truck. Look at this, a basic interior, but it does the job. You can sit 4 people in the interior. Look at this, and you can drive around, which is very cool. And if we go into the front, look at this. It's great to finally have detail added to SWAT truck. Now, I do hope that we will receive some customization to the SWAT truck in the future, where you can add a few items. Then, over on the police team, we even have some more vehicles, which have been added. The 2022 Bullhorn Determinator, and look at this, you can customize this, so you can change it from standard to a blackjack wide body, which is very cool. And the standard one is $70,000, and the Determinator wide body is unlocked at major rank for free, which is pretty cool. And look at this, if we just get in the blackjack, look at this. They are basically the same vehicle, just different on the exterior, but it's great to see this vehicle has been added to the police team finally. And yeah, very nice interior as always with all the police vehicles. So all the customization features as normal. And look at this carbon effect on here. This is so detailed, the wheels, everything. And as you can see over here, the other version of the Bullhorn has just disappeared, but we have a brand new truck. This has finally been added to the police team, and if we spawn this vehicle in here, this is very cool. Of course, you can add loads of customization to it, but we have so much detail inside the interior. And if we go to the back, you can even open the tailgate, which is very cool, and it's great to have this vehicle on the police team. And a very cool thing that I know roleplay servers will enjoy a lot is you are now able to change your call sign on the team without having to leave and rejoin the team. And as you can see, call sign updated, so you can now update your call sign, which is a great feature, and it means you don't need to leave the team to update your call sign. And this is honestly a great change for all the teams inside of the game. Then coming over to the civilian team, we have some updated vehicles on here. So if we get the Falcon Advancer 100, you can now change this from standard, and of course we have the holiday edition with the Christmas tree on the back, but you can now purchase this vehicle without a Christmas tree, which is a very nice vehicle to have. A classic vehicle, loads of detail on the interior as always, and yeah, a very nice vehicle to have without the Christmas tree. And I know the Springfield servers will like this. And going over here, the Ford Hot Rod has been updated, so you can now get this the same as how it works with the Christmas tree truck, but now you can get this with the engine covered up, which is very cool. And you can get in the interior. This is very confined. I wouldn't recommend this vehicle if you are claustrophobic, but this is a very cool vehicle and a nice one to have. A different version of the vehicle, which is great to see. And the Falcon E-Stallion has received an interior, so we will quickly check this out. A vehicle I've wanted to receive an interior, and I believe this has also received it on the police team. And we have a very detailed one. Look at this, a nice map in the middle here. And yeah, this is a nice vehicle finally receiving a interior inside of the game, which I have wanted to see since vehicle interiors were added. So it's great to see the developers have definitely listened to the community. And something you may notice when coming over to the roundabout now, they've added even more detail to this. Look at this, from the roundabout itself. We now have foliage on there to even the entrances and exits. They have remodeled the roundabout. This is very cool. They listen to the community, and a nice little change inside of the game, but I know a lot of people will appreciate this, so it's very cool to see this added to the game. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy, and yeah, we finally have a courthouse inside of ERLC, which is very exciting. I can't wait to play around with this, and there is definitely going to be a lot more updates going into the late part of this year, which is going to be very exciting. So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out. And thank you once again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. A courthouse is coming. There we go. Yeah, a courthouse is coming to ERLC.